Hey Leah, thought I would do a video so I could demonstrate a little bit about what I meant. I don't have a Cadillac, but I think we can get it sorted. So one of the great things about Pilates is that people who have a really hard time moving, they got lots of stuff going on, they just want to feel some success in movement. So it's not so much about getting a workout as it is just starting to get reconnected to the body. So I would start with him by lying down on the Cadillac. So you could set up in the one-on-one room so it's private, or if you have him when it's quiet, you can set up on the caddy in the main studio. I would have him lying down. I would get him nice and comfortable with the pillow so that his head is aligned, and just get him breathing into his belly and into his ribs. If he can easily roll onto his side, rolling onto his side and doing some belly breathing right there, and then over to the other side. If it's not easy for him to roll, or keep him on his back. Next, what I would start to do is just some tuck and tilt, right? Just kind of get him to feel his pelvis, right? I would have him do just some arms up and down. So think about your most modified mat work, right? So I would just have him do just nice, easy with the breath, movement, open and close. If it's okay on his back, just gently rock side to side. So again, just think about your most modified mat work. I would put a ball between his knees. I don't have one, so I'll use a roller. And I would just have him squeeze. Now, the nice thing about getting the inner thigh connected is it activates the deeper core. Exhaling, just don't get too picky about how he's doing it. Just let him start to move and breathe, right? This is all a very safe position. I would then take a round band, right? You could help heel assist, have his legs apart, nice and wide so he gets attention, and just press out and in. Again, this starts to activate the deeper core as well as just get the hips moving. You can have them stabilize one side and just move the other. So again, most modified mat right there. So little things like that can be helpful. You can put his feet on the foam roller or on the arc barrel. I'll use my foam roller and just get him to squeeze his glutes, and if it's okay to lift, If it's not okay to lift, don't lift. Press into his feet are on the arc barrel, tighten the buttocks, pull belly to spine. Right? Again, don't get too picky. We just want to start to get some connection here. Right? So tighten the glutes and lift. See how high you can go, pain-free. Always pain-free. Always pain-free. So then I would set up the leg springs on the caddy. And, I want him to feel some tension depending on his size. I would use the purple because I find the yellow doesn't give enough feedback. One leg can be rested over the arc barrel. So move the arc barrel under the thighs and just get one leg in and have him just start to do some of the hip series. Down and up, little circles around, bend and stretch. Right? And then have him do the other. So he's so safe and supported, right? We just want him to breathe and to move, right? So I would have him do some of these things. If his back's responding well, get both feet in the straps, keep the core engaged, just hold the tension in the straps, move one leg, bring it in, right? Move the other leg, bring it in. If all that goes well, you can move both legs. That can be for another day. So then I would take the bar, right, that's up at the top things that the trapeze attaches to, and just lined it up with his chest. And then put the roll down bar on. I would use the blue springs and just have him do some pull downs, right? So you'll probably have to pass him the bar and just have him pull. So he's just, again, using the breath, getting connected, feeling that connection to the mid-back, activating the core. So I would have him do some of those. You can move the bar behind a little bit and have him just press down this way. Just nice and easy getting to move and breathe. So such a super safe place to live or to work in. If it's comfortable to do a little bit of knee sway side to side, That's a nice thing to do as well. So there's a fair bit that you can do just on his back on the Cadillac. So those are some examples right there. Oh, another one is you could set up the trapeze. So you've got the bar and the trapeze, move it down towards his legs, put his heels on the bottom strap of the trapeze, and just get the core engaging, moving the legs in and out. He'll feel as he presses down, he'll feel hamstrings. And again, because the legs are elevated, the back is protected. So he's on the trapeze, his heels are in the bottom loop, and just doing some press downs for some hamstring work, right? And then just starting to, with a little tension on the springs, bring the legs in and out. So that's a fair bit of time with him on his back, and you're working a whole bunch of the body, which is great. So from there, we want to get him upright, and you can try the chair, doing seated footwork on the chair. You can do, the mermaid, the side over on the chair. That's often, and again, don't get too picky about form. Just have him start to experience some movement. I find the single standing leg press, if his feet are okay for him to stand and balance, but let him hang on to the posts. Or what I do is I'll bring the chair so he can hang on to the Cadillac, right? So if he's standing, he's got his hand hanging onto the Cadillac and the chair's in front, so everything's nicely aligned. So on the chair, seated footwork, single standing leg work, side over on the chair. Those are really great exercises. And then see if he can get onto the reformer. You might have to move the gear bar way out and put the foot bar down so that he has the space to get on if he's a bigger man or doesn't have the mobility. But just getting him doing footwork on the reformer is great. And then you can get him standing again, and just at the tower, just practicing on the hands on the roll down bar, just getting that little activation and alignment. I call it ground center align. So just pressing down on the roll down bar right at the tower. Those sorts of things are great, right? You can move him in closer, do some standing triceps, right? Nice and slow, right? You've got the standing, again, the push through bar where he's supported by the push through bar, right? So we can just hinge at the hips. He doesn't have to get much articulation. And then if he's doing well, you could have him again at the tower facing the other way, hands in the arm straps, and just doing alternating punches. Again, they're great ways to get the core activated. We didn't spend much time on the Avalon chair, but that's another great place because he can sit supported, pass him the straps and have him do punches seated on the Avalon chair. Both arms pushing forward, right? He's sitting on the chair, and he's doing this arm work and his back is fully supported. It's a really great place to do some of that work. So that is the stuff I'm talking about. Do feel free to call me, but I thought I would just do this and see if that helps you out. All right. Thanks, Leah.